Everyone, it is time to review some military surplus. In this episode, I'm updating my review for the ILBE Assault Pack. This is a pack that you all have seen quite a bit here on the channel, but not lately, and there's a reason for that. Plain and simple, there are better assault packs out on the market today than there were even 4 or 5 years ago. While I still like this pack, there's no doubt about that, there is a military surplus cool factor about it. I have to say that I find myself grabbing this pack less and less often, and there's multiple reasons why that is. In this episode, I will go over those reasons and more, and we might as well get started. Before I touch upon the cons and even the pros of this pack, let's go over some stats first. First off, you're looking at a pack that is 19 inches tall. It is 10 inches wide and it's 8 inches deep. The weight of this pack is 3 pounds. And when it comes to the materials, you're looking at a 725 denier Cordura nylon. It features YKK zippers. There are 4 zippers in total with this pack. You have dual pulls here at the top, you have one for this front zipper, and there's one additional zipper for the frame on the inside of the pack. There is a point that I need to touch upon here that's very important with this pack. This is just a single component of a larger system. There's a full-size rucksack, there's hydration carriers, and so on. And there are 2 different versions of this system, of the ILBE system. There's a Gen 1, there's a Gen 2. The Gen 1 features black buckles. The Gen 2 features coyote brown buckles and some other slight changes. If you were to put the packs side by side, you could not tell a difference other than those buckles. Now, the Gen 1s and the Gen 2s, they're not interchangeable. So if you want a assault pack with a main ruck, they both have to be the same generation to connect to each other. The entire system will buckle into one, and it can become almost ridiculous. There are some hilarious pictures out there of soldiers wearing the entire system. It's funny. If you are interested in one of these packs, make sure that you get the generation that you want. Again, if you have a Generation 1 rucksack, make sure to get the Generation 1 assault pack, or Gen 2 to Gen 2. You know what I mean. This pack was originally developed by Arc'teryx. It was made by Proper for the military. It was based upon the Charlie pack, which Arc'teryx did not have on the market, the open market, for a long time. There's multiple reasons why that is. All in all, it wasn't a very good design. The product was uncomfortable and super expensive, and they took it off the market very quickly. The military, they adopted this, and they've used this for quite a while. It has been retired. This is a 1,500 cubic inch pack that was designed to carry roughly 40 pounds worth of gear. And with that being said, we might as well just take a closer look at this pack. Let's go to the top to start with. Up here at the top, you have a reinforced grab handle. You have the 2-way YKK zippers with zipper pulls for the main pocket. We'll come back to that in just a second. Going down, you have a ton of PALS webbing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. You have a zippered compartment on the front. There's absolutely nothing special about this pocket. There's nothing in here. It encompasses almost the entire front of the pack. On the bottom of the pack, you have a drainage hole, and that is that. On the sides of the pack, you have 2 compression straps. Again, you have some of that webbing. Same features on the other side, 2 compression straps, and 3 rows of webbing. Taking a look at the back of the backpack, you have the harness system. There are no load lifters. You do have 2 loops here that are elastic. You have an adjustable sternum strap. You have quick release buckles so you can ditch this pack in a hurry if you need to. Going down, you have the waist belt, which can be stowed out of the way. There is a compartment here down at the bottom, so you can stow it if you don't want to use it. Behind the harness system, you have the back of the pack, and as you can see here, it is 100% flat. There is no support of any kind. There's no lumbar support. There's no indentions or raised sections. It is just completely flat, and that does present some serious problems. The harness system presents some serious problems, and we'll talk about both of these in just a moment. Opening up the pack. Again, you have the 2-way zippers. On the inside here, you have a hydration sleeve. You do have a hydration port here at the top. You have straps to support the hydration sleeve or a radio. And then you have this zipper here, which gives you access to the frame sheet. And folks, that's it when it comes to the ILBE pack. Before moving on to the pros and cons of this backpack, let's just talk about what this pack was known as. This was referred to by soldiers as the Go to Hell backpack, or the Go to Hell pack. And what that means is this. Let's say that a soldier is carrying the main ruck, this is attached to the outside, things go to hell. They drop the main ruck, they grab the small pack, and they take off. They do what they need to do. Inside of this pack would be everything that a soldier needed in a critical situation. Let's talk about things that are not so great with this backpack. First off, the price. When I purchased this pack maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I paid $25 for it, and it was in excellent condition. In fact, it's still in great condition. But nowadays, these are so expensive, just ridiculous. I've seen these sell for over $200 on eBay. The going rate is about $130 right now. For that price, this pack is simply not worth it, unless you're a collector, in my opinion. The problem stems from the suspension system and the backing here. With just a little bit of weight inside of this backpack, the harness system is simply not comfortable. It's not very padded, it's not very thick. With just a t-shirt on, it's uncomfortable, plain and simple. The backing here, because it's just completely flat, offers very little support and just terrible ventilation. I mean, on a hot, humid day, you're hiking, maybe you're going up a hill or something like that, you will sweat your brains out. And there's nothing here to remove that moisture from your body. There's no way to ventilate. So every bit of that moisture just soaks right into the back, right into the harness, and it stays there for a very long time. This is a very slow to dry product. And yeah, the ventilation is just terrible. Comfort-wise, it's very poor. There are, without a doubt, many much better packs out on the market today than there were a long time ago. Originally, I did my review about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was quite a bit more positive than it is today. The simple fact is this: there are better packs out there. The ILBE Assault Pack is a better pack. There's packs from Savata and so on. There's just better products in general, especially for the money. The shoulder straps and the quick release buckles have a tendency to rub into your ribs when you're wearing this pack. And that is a known issue with this system. I should say this: wearing this in colder conditions, maybe in the fall, the winter, you have a sweater on, the pack becomes substantially more comfortable. It's not great, but it is more comfortable. Another con of this system really depends on how you like to organize your gear. There's only 2 pockets here. You have the front pocket and the main compartment, and that is that. For me, it's not that big of an issue, but some people like more pockets. Another con that we have to talk about is the Marpack camo pattern. I like the camo pattern, don't get me wrong. And I don't mind wearing a backpack with this camo pattern out on the trail, no big deal. But I don't like taking camo out into the public for like a trip into town. So for myself, this is not a pack that I ever carry. Camo in the civilian world is just a little bit odd. You get a lot of looks, and in my opinion, it's best to go unnoticed as much as possible. You don't want eyes on you. And if you go hiking around town with a pack like this, there will be eyes on you. And that's a big complaint for a lot of people. A lot of people simply do not like to have camo products in the civilian world. And there's reasons for that, which I've stated already. It's because of those reasons that I like to personally go with solid color backpacks. Now, you can find this in a solid color. That would be the Charlie pack from Arc'teryx. The price on that thing is like $300, $400, $500, and it's only slightly different than this one. In my opinion, it's not worth it. So those are the cons for this pack. Let's jump over to the pros. First off, this pack is tough as nails. I mean, it really is. If you want a backpack that will last forever, that's not very comfortable, this is it. The term gets thrown around quite a bit: bulletproof, bomb-proof. That's this pack. I mean, it really is. These packs have seen a lot of use over the years with the military. Most of the packs that you will find are used. Make sure to check on the condition if you're interested in one of these. The biggest source of military surplus is eBay, so make sure to take a look. Look at the pictures, ask questions, get the quality, condition of pack that you want. The pack is simple. There's no bells, no whistles, nothing complicated here. It's a simple assault pack. The pack itself can carry quite a bit of weight. 40 pounds. The compression straps on the sides work very well. You can cinch this down or expand it as needed. Another pro is that you can attach this to the main rucksack. Gen 1 to Gen 1, Gen 2 to Gen 2. Another pro that I have for this pack is the Marpack camo pattern. Yes, I've mentioned this as a con in the civilian world, but the truth be told, I like this quite a bit. I like this camo. I think it's very cool. Some people like it, some people hate it. I like it. That's where I stand. There's a lot of webbing on this pack, and that translates to expandability. You can add pouches and pockets and so on. So you can adapt this for your needs. It is a versatile pack. And the last pro that I have for this backpack is weight. At 3 pounds, it's not overly heavy, and that's impressive for a military surplus assault pack. Talking about the size of this pack for a second, this is perfectly fine for day hikes. Pushing it to overnight trips would be difficult. I mean, you would really have to go very, very minimal with this pack to make it work as an overnight bag. To wrap up my review of the ILBE Assault Pack, do I recommend this? No, I don't. If you could get this for like 30, 40 bucks, sure. If you're a collector, sure. But outside of that, in my opinion, this pack is simply not worth it any longer. It's uncomfortable, ventilation's just terrible. I mean, folks, it really is uncomfortable. In fact, with basically nothing inside of this pack, the shoulder harness system, it's just uncomfortable. I feel it wearing right through here. It's very rough. It's a hard wearing backpack. And now everyone, I wanna hear from you. Make sure to comment down below, share your thoughts. What do you all think about this assault pack? Would you pay $200 for this? Make sure to hit the thumbs up because it does help the channel, support here on YouTube and Patreon if you want to. Everything helps, everything is appreciated. Until next time, folks, strength and honor. Be well, be safe. Also, if you're looking for a great assault pack, check out the FILBE pack. You can find my review on YouTube. Bye, everybody.